Hey, what is up guys? My name is Alex and today I'm back with another F1 22 video. I am here today with the first round of season 2 of BRS and we're going into Bahrain. If you want to see the full action unfold live, then check out my Twitch down below in the bio. But as you can see, we're now in the Ferrari. I have just changed teams in the realistic league from McLaren, which is my favorite team, to Ferrari. I'm driving alongside Eweg, who would go on to win this race. I had a shocker of a qualifying, so I'm starting all the way back in P15 as I picked up a grid penalty and just a really bad quality overall. But as you can see, we're going for a comfortable medium hard strategy. I'm not going the inverse strategy today. I usually do it, but I'm just planning to do a comfortable race, trying to gain some position, hopefully looking for a P5 start. But then lining up on the grid, preparing for the race start. It's 5 lights are on and it's lights out and away we go. It's a decent start. We're not getting overtaken from behind at least. Massa has a massive snap of oversteer as we gain up into P14, looking to get somewhere, but we go for the outside. Second round, it's chaos everywhere. We get low-key crashed into as we continue up and we have fallen down by into P16. And we're now almost last in P15 as we try to get ahead of some people. As I brake way too late, and that's just completely my fault. I crashed into Blackberry Hall, and I've already gotten a penalty for this. So I'll be looking for a qualifying ban next race as I have some more incidents coming up in this race. Now, I was 95% sure that there will be a safety car or something, but I'm still pushing, and this is unfolding to be a very difficult start of the race for me as we're crawling back into the pit lane. Now coming out of the pits, we are all the way 30 seconds behind Samibo, all the way back in P16, and we're on the softs. We have no idea what I'm actually so lost at this point. I really don't know what to do at this point. I'm just hoping that the 10 laps that these softs can last, there should be a safety car and I can then pit for hards and hopefully try to gain myself up into the points. And sadly, moving on into lap 9, we're still trailing behind 15 seconds P12. We got a few people, but that was just because of spins. And sadly, points is almost 40 seconds up the road. It's a very big gap to try to get up into P10, which is still a really bad finish, but we get on to the hards. The gap is just getting bigger and bigger, and at this point we're so far behind. I was seriously considering just retiring, but I kept on going, and I think that was the best decision I made all race, because then this happened. Bro just gave up. He's out. Where's the safety car at? Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Vamos! Oh my god! Oh my god, we're back! We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. We're back. We're back, we're back, we're back. Now moving on to lap 16, full of hope again. EJ Mack spins. I don't know what happened with him, might have crashed, but he must have crashed or spun, because he is going to dive into the pits later. And this is really bad for him because now the safety car is coming in. And I make another fairly decent call, which is just to stay behind and wait as the chaos unfolds ahead of me. And I was completely right. Online racing is sometimes so dirty, and staying behind might just be better than going aggressively. Because you can see that it might be just fine going into turn 1, but then you see cars left and right, and staying behind might have just been the right call because you can just overtake them fairly easily. And that's us up into P10. And then we have Massa again spinning. It's so unlucky for him. Makes a decent 360 though, so he is just back again almost instantly. And we keep on going. We're now all the way up into P9, and there's going to be chaos here, as I think I made one of the absolute best moves I've ever done in F1. So you can see me here. I take a bit of a switchback line, and I do that. I get quite frustrated on the right because I think Moon Boy is just, that's not fair, as he gain some time, or at least he stays ahead of me as I go around the outside on both cars, and I make it happen. 2 cars, that's the Mac double, as we get ahead of both of them in one move around the outside. That was arguably one of the best moves I've ever done in F1 2022. Now moving on, preparing to overtake Blackberry Haas, he gets quite a big snap, and I'm just so fast through sector 2 here that I don't expect it as he goes so slow, and we both crash again. My fault, the same driver, and it's quite embarrassing at this point because I crashed with the same driver again, and it's probably my fault again. I just had so much speed going into that turn. I was really not expecting me to have that much speed against him, but he is on old hards, and I should have expected that. Fairly decent while ahead, but we are quite lucky because just a little bit moving on, there's another safety car, and it's just almost the same thing as like, well, here you get a second try, so don't mess up this time. Now moving on to the end of the safety car, I am thinking about doing the same thing, but it didn't quite work out as well. In my opinion, exiting and the safety car starting when you're just coming out of that turn is quite difficult, as I find it a bit hard to get on the traction, but we are in a good position now. I'm trying to warm up the tires as they feel quite cold, only at 80 degrees, which is fairly high, but could have been better as we take the line here. I think it really shows that we are not running that high downforce, that low downforce, because you can just see that they're kind of pulling away, and I have to use some ERS to stay within them. And here again, you can see that I'm gaining quite a bit. I actually have to lift so the same thing doesn't happen again. And again, I think I'm about to make such a beautiful move. I fake the dive bomb, so he goes really, really wide. I stay on the outside, and I just go for it around the outside, and I stay in there. He has the out inside, but I just stay there, and I get the move done, lick the stamp, and sent it. Another, in my opinion, amazing move around the outside. But moving on here to lap 22, we are going to overtake Slender as EJ is catching us with some rapid pace, but he does have a 3-second penalty, which is really limiting his moves. I'm super scared for the dive bomb. I really do not want him to do that, and if Slender could just defend and hold EJ back, that would really save my race actually. But now they do have the DRS, and I'm just hoping that EJ won't be able to overtake him, as Slender is defending the position quite well. They're side by side, and Slender just comes out a bit ahead of EJ, and EJ has to back out, and that is just so good for us because EJ is so fast right now, and even without penalty would still get enough of a gap to get that position ahead of me, sadly. But now then, on to lap 25. I need one of these guys to initiate an overtake because I have way too much downforce on the car, so I can't overtake them, and he does do it. It's quite a difficult line as Wouter wants to go for the switchback, but he can't quite do it, so both of them lose quite some pace. And now the Aston Martin doesn't have DRS, as I need to get ahead of this guy too, so I send it around the outside, and he is lagging quite a bit, so he does go ghost, and I can just go straight through them, and I'm now up into P3, and now I just need to send it and start driving so fast because Domi is 4.4 seconds ahead. As you can see, EJ send it, and he's now up into P4, and now he's down my neck, and I need Wouter to defend because I can't hold him back. It's way too hard for me to hold him back, but Wouter might do the job if he gets ahead, but I do not think he does. So I really just need to start pushing really hard and try to get away, but I'm running super low on ERS as well, and it's quite a stressful situation because I need to push really hard, but there's not really a lot I can do as he just already pulled away from Wouter. And now it's just me that needs to drive as fast as I can and hopefully stay ahead, or at least stay within that 3-second gap. Or, best case scenario, catch up Domai, which will be even better. But moving on, EJ is already caught up to us. He is almost half a second behind us. I have 8% ERS left. I'm really running low. I have super high tire wear, and it's not looking good as EJ is catching quite a bit here. He is going to go for the inside. I'm trying to push him wide, but he's already ahead of us. As I try to maybe stay behind, he goes fairly wide, and I'm trying to just stay with him, maybe use the DRS here, but he's using some ERS as well, and I can't just gain. I have way too much downforce in the car, and although I might just stay with him here for a while, my goal right now, because he has that 3-second penalty, is just to stay with him, and hopefully if I can execute it, just stay within that 3-second gap and then get that P3 position. But on to the last straight then. We are about 2.2 seconds behind EJ. Ewig wins the race, so that's 26 points already in the bag as I cross and I move up into P3, and that's a stonking at least 40 points for the team, which is a massive finish. And you can just see that the first thing I do is just I'm alting onto Discord, and I'm just really happy. It's a great finish for us. So that's us leading the championship right now. But if you enjoyed, then please make sure to like and subscribe. Please check my Twitch as well so you can see all the action unfold. And I'll see you in the next one.